We have been working on our workshop makeover, and this mobile workbench is now the centerpiece of the whole thing. This is a great project if you have a small space and you need to move around. Let's show you how we did it. We used a lot of Craig tool products on this build. It's because it was entirely made from plywood. This is the first time we really got to use the Craig adaptive cutting system in a whole bunch of different ways. This is a great tool for DIYers, not just for fine woodworkers. It allows us to cut down plywood in big sheets down to small pieces and allows us to make repetitive cuts over and over and over again. The adaptive cutting system makes repetitive cuts easy because it has stop guards and dogs that you can put in the bench that make you able to do things over and over. The plunge saw is also great. Not only is it extremely safe due to its design, you can also put it up with the straight edge guide and rip down a long sheet of plywood just like that. Since this entire project is made out of plywood, we needed to double up 2 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood to make legs thick enough to withstand the weight and size of this workbench. We spread wood glue and clamped them together, then got back to all the other pieces that we had cut. We drilled pocket holes throughout the whole thing, mostly using the Craig 720 Pro. This allows us to make rapid fire pocket holes very easy. On the ends of long pieces, we actually clamped the Craig 520 directly onto the piece and drilled pocket holes in that way. It's a lot of versatility in all of their joinery solutions. Once all our pocket holes were drilled and everything was sanded, it was time to start construction. This was an easy thing to do. We built a front panel and a back panel the exact same way and then connected them together. For the panels, we put long stretchers between 2 sets of legs and used scrap 3/4 inch plywood to hold up the stretchers. Then we added supports on the sides and the centers that would connect the front and back panels together. Remember, it's always good practice to use wood glue on all joints no matter what type of joinery you are using for your projects. Wood glue helps to add stability, which is critical when you're making a large project like a 7-foot long workbench. We flipped everything over onto the other panel and connected the side and center supports in the same places, and then added a shelf back that we're going to show you a little bit more about later. But we're making the base because we decided to make this a 2-toned workbench. We wanted the base to all be one color and the top and slats to be different. Let's show you what parts we're talking about. We used Verithane's Worn Navy color for the base. We wanted this to match the pegboard that we have up in our new workshop, kind of play off of that tone. And then we got to work on the slats and top and shelves for the workbench. We did those in a golden oak color. We thought these 2 colors would pop off of each other, and they sure did. Just wait till the end. Once everything was stained and was looking good, it was time to do final assembly. We took the base and flipped it over and added casters. These are rolling, locking casters that we put on every leg. This allows us to roll the workbench around no matter where we need it, but also lock it in place for when we're actually working on it. Then we added the slats. We decided to do a slatted base because, in my opinion, this makes everything a little bit cleaner. If you put a dusty piece of wood on there or sawdust is falling down, it makes it a little bit cleaner. Things can go through the slats. Plus, it just adds a nice little effect. We spaced everything out with 3/4 inch board that we had between every slat, and we used wood glue and nails to attach them. Then we added the shelves on the sides. We separated each shelf by 6 inches and screwed that into place with pocket holes. Each shelf then got a little front lip that will allow things to stay on it. This is great for keeping tools or hardware at the ready whenever you're working on a project. You can obviously keep them on your worktop, but it's also nice to have them off to the side and not in your way. With the shelves and slats in place, it was time to add the top. We used pocket holes again for attaching the top. You could nail these in or wood glue this in, but we actually decided to just do pocket holes because you never know what could happen to the top. It could get stained, it could get something spilled on it, or it could even get cut, and we wanted to be able to replace it if needed. We love how this workbench turned out. It is so great for our space in our new workshop. It's mobile, it moves, it has a huge work surface for us to do projects on. It's got storage on the side, storage underneath, and it moves perfectly. This is a great project for doing builds on. It's easy to pull it out if you need to work behind it or in front of it. And simply pull it out, pop in your Craig 720 Pro, and get to drilling your pocket holes very easy for your next project. We love that this has a huge surface that we can build any type of project on, and it's at a great height for being able to stand and not hurt your back. To get the free plans to make this workbench all for yourself, make sure you head over to charlestoncrafted.com and you'll be able to organize your shop for your next build.